Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're taking a look at the world of music.
Oh, fun.
Well, the world of piano, at least.
Right.
Specifically, we're diving into an online article,
Okay.
and it's called Unlock Your Inner Musician: Why Learning Piano Could Be Your Best Hobby Yet.
I like it.
Yeah,
Catchy.
yeah.
I'm intrigued.
And we want to see if playing the piano really lives up to all the hype.
Sure.
Especially, for
Yeah.
someone like you listening who's maybe looking for a fulfilling new hobby.
Right.
The article claims that playing piano is like a workout for your brain.
Yeah. That's something I've heard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty intriguing.
It is. And the article goes beyond just like the mechanics of playing, too.
Okay.
It delves into how music can impact like your overall well-being.
Yeah, and I noticed that it starts off strong by quoting Plato,
Oh, wow.
no less. He said, "Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything."
That's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Such a powerful quote.
Yeah.
And it really sets the stage for this whole article.
Right.
Which is about exploring music as this like deeply fulfilling and expressive outlet.
Okay, so it's not just about like hitting the right notes, it's about tapping into something deeper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with your emotions and expressing yourself in ways that you might not be able to with just words alone.
Right.
And the article argues that playing piano offers a unique avenue for this kind of expression.
Okay, that makes sense. But the article also digs into the cognitive benefits as well, right?
Yes.
It mentions things like stress reduction, improved focus, even enhanced memory.
Yeah, it does. And it gets really fascinating when it explains how the process of like learning to read sheet music and then translating those symbols into like physical movements on the keys
Right.
creates new neural pathways in your brain.
Hold on, neural pathways?
Yeah.
What are those?
Well, imagine your brain is like
Okay.
a vast network of roads
Okay.
connecting different areas. Every time you learn something new, you're essentially like building a new road.
Okay.
These roads are the neural pathways.
Right.
And the more you use them, the stronger they become and more efficient.
Okay.
Playing piano with its, complex coordination and mental demands.
Yeah.
It's like building a superhighway in your brain.
Wow. So it's literally rewiring your brain for the better.
In a sense, yeah.
Wow.
And the article even cites a study from the University of Toronto
Okay.
that found that pianists demonstrated significantly improved performance on memory tests compared to non-musicians,
Interesting.
which suggests that the intricate finger movements and mental processing involved in piano playing can translate to real-world cognitive benefits.
Okay, that's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
But what about people who think they are too old to learn piano? Can you really teach an old dog new tricks?
Right. The article tackles that misconception head on.
Okay.
It highlights the inspiring story of a retired engineer
Oh, wow.
who started learning piano at 65.
Okay.
And he discovered a newfound passion and a sense of accomplishment he hadn't felt in years. And his experience, along with numerous others, shows that our brains remain incredibly adaptable throughout our lives.
That is inspiring.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more about the joy of learning and challenging yourself rather than aiming to become, a concert pianist.
Absolutely.
Right.
The article really emphasizes that it's never too late to learn.
Yeah.
And the rewards go far beyond just mastering the instrument.
Right. I'm starting to see why they call it a hobby and not a chore.
Right.
But let's be practical.
Sure.
What about time constraints?
Yeah.
Life gets busy.
Absolutely, I hear you.
Yeah.
But the article offers a reassuring perspective.
Okay.
It suggests that dedicating even just 15 minutes a day to practice can yield significant results.
15 minutes? That's less time than I spend scrolling social media.
Exactly.
Right.
And with the abundance of resources available today, like apps and online tutorials, you can easily squeeze in practice sessions whenever and wherever it's convenient.
Speaking of resources,
Yes?
the article does mention a program called Piano for All that seems particularly interesting.
Yeah, Piano for All caught my eye too.
Yeah. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's an online program that teaches you to play by ear,
Okay.
using chords and rhythms rather than traditional sheet music.
So it's less about reading notes and more about feeling the music?
Precisely.
Okay.
It focuses on developing a strong foundation in improvisation and playing by ear,
Okay.
which can be a more intuitive and enjoyable way to learn for many people,
Yeah.
especially those who may feel intimidated by traditional music theory.
Right. That sounds like a great option for beginners who want to
Uh,
dive in and start playing right away.
yeah, absolutely.
But before we jump into specific resources and stuff,
Okay.
I'm curious about how the article dives into the emotional and mental benefits that we kind of touched on earlier.
Right.
It goes beyond just saying music is good for you.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
But how so?
Well, what I found fascinating is how it connects piano playing to the concept of mindfulness, which is something many people are seeking these days.
Mindfulness and piano. How do those two things go together?
Well, when you're fully immersed in playing a piece,
Yeah.
your mind becomes entirely focused on the present moment.
Okay.
You're not ruminating on the past or stressing about the future. You're completely engaged in the flow of the music,
Okay.
expressing yourself through the keys.
So it's like a moving meditation
Exactly.
where the music kind of guides your focus.
Exactly. And that state of absorption can be incredibly therapeutic, offering a much-needed escape from the constant noise and demands of everyday life.
The article even suggests that this mindful engagement with music can be a valuable tool for managing stress,
Right.
anxiety, and even symptoms of depression.
Wow, that's really powerful.
It is.
It's a good reminder that hobbies aren't just about passing time.
Right.
They can also be a source of healing and well-being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the mental and emotional benefits either.
No.
The article also delves into how playing piano can tap into our emotional depths.
Okay, let's talk emotions.
Right.
How does playing piano help us connect with our feelings?
Well, think about it. Music itself is a language of emotions. Different melodies, harmonies, and rhythms evoke a vast range of feelings in us.
Right.
And when you're the one creating those sounds,
Yeah.
you're engaging with those emotions on a much deeper level.
So it's almost like you're channeling your feelings through the instrument.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The article highlights how playing piano can be like a cathartic experience, allowing you to express emotions that might be difficult to put into words.
Right.
Whether you're feeling joyful, melancholic, or anything in between, the piano can be a safe and incredibly expressive outlet.
I love that idea of music as a form of
Yeah.
emotional release. It's like giving voice to those feelings that might otherwise remain bottled up inside.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that can be incredibly freeing and empowering.
Right. But we haven't even touched on the social aspect of playing piano yet.
Oh, that's right.
The article does mention that music can be a social connector, right?
It does.
How so?
Well, it points out that music is a universal language that can connect people from all walks of life,
Yeah.
transcending cultural and linguistic barriers.
That's so true.
Yeah,
Music really does have a way of bringing people together.
it does.
Yeah.
And when you play an instrument, you open yourself up to a whole new world of social connections.
Right.
You can join a band,
Okay.
participate in jam sessions,
Yeah.
or even just share your music with friends and family.
It's like you're joining a community of music lovers, all united by this shared passion.
Exactly.
Wow, we've covered so much ground already.
I know, it's a lot.
Yeah, from cognitive benefits to emotional release to social connections, it seems like.
Yeah,
Learning piano offers a truly enriching experience.
it does.
So, for those of you listening who have always harbored a secret desire to play piano, maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for.
It's never too late to unlock your inner musician.
I love that.
Yeah,
And who knows, it might just change your life in ways you never imagined.
that's true.
Yeah. Before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
let's take a closer look at some of the specific resources and tips mentioned in the article to help you get started on your musical journey.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Picking up right where we left off,
Okay.
let's imagine you're ready to start your piano journey.
Okay.
You've got that digital keyboard all set up.
Hmm.
You're eager to make some music,
Right.
but where do you begin?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
When I think of learning piano, I picture those intimidating music theory textbooks
Oh, yeah.
and stacks of sheet music.
Right.
It's a little scary.
I understand that feeling,
Yeah.
but the article highlights how technology has revolutionized music learning.
Okay.
It's not about dusty old books anymore.
Right.
There are modern, accessible resources right at your fingertips.
Like what?
Well, the article specifically mentions apps.
Apps.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot less daunting than those thick textbooks.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's an app for every learning style and experience level.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Some apps focus on teaching you to read sheet music,
okay.
while others use a more intuitive approach, incorporating colors or games to help you grasp chords and melodies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And do any of them
Many even allow you to connect your keyboard to the app.
Oh,
for
wow.
interactive feedback.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, so it's like having a virtual piano teacher right
Exactly.
there with you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. What about people who learn best visually?
Right.
Are there any resources for them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The article also points to online tutorials as a valuable resource.
Okay.
Platforms like YouTube are packed with free tutorials,
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
covering everything from
Okay.
basic finger exercises
Yeah.
to playing popular songs.
Right. That's the beauty of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You can find a tutorial for almost anything these days.
Exactly.
But let's say you're someone who thrives on personal interaction and guidance.
Okay.
Are in-person lessons still a viable option?
Of course.
Okay.
While technology has opened up new avenues for learning,
Yeah.
the article acknowledges the value of a good teacher.
Mm-hmm.
It suggests seeking out local piano teachers,
Okay.
especially if you're looking for
Right.
personalized instruction and feedback
Mm-hmm.
tailored to your individual needs and goals.
I can see how having a teacher could provide that, like extra layer of accountability and
Right.
motivation.
Absolutely.
But wouldn't private lessons be expensive?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Many music schools and community centers offer affordable group classes.
Oh, okay.
Plus, some private teachers offer sliding scale fees
Oh, nice.
or introductory packages
Cool.
to make lessons more accessible.
It seems like there really is an option for
Yeah.
every budget
Mm-hmm.
and learning style.
There is.
The article is encouraging people to explore and find what works best for them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It emphasizes the importance of trying different resources
Okay.
and finding what resonates with you.
Okay.
It even suggests taking advantage of free trials offered by many online platforms.
Free trials are always a good idea.
Yes, they are.
It's a low-risk way to sample different learning methods
Right.
before committing. So let's say you found some resources that spark your interest.
Okay.
Any tips on how to make the most of them?
The article stresses the importance of making the learning process fun.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah. Pick songs you love.
Okay.
Enjoy the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Make mistakes.
Yeah.
And even get a little silly with it.
Right. It should be fun.
It's about cultivating a sense of playfulness and joy
Yeah.
in your practice.
That's such a crucial reminder.
Yeah.
Learning should be enjoyable, not a chore.
Exactly.
If you're not having fun, you're less likely to stick with it.
I agree.
Yeah.
And on that note, the article concludes with some wise words about patience.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning piano isn't going to happen overnight, right?
Right.
It takes dedication and perseverance
Yeah.
to develop any new skill.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
The article acknowledges that there will be moments of frustration
Oh, yeah.
and self-doubt
Sure.
along the way,
Yeah.
but it encourages us to trust the process,
Okay.
celebrate every milestone, and remember that the rewards of playing music are well worth the effort.
Right. Those little wins.
It's about embracing the journey, not just focusing on the destination.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yep.
I want to revisit one resource mentioned in the article that particularly caught my attention.
Right.
It's called Piano for All.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes. The article highlights Piano for All as a particularly valuable resource
Okay.
for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
It's an online program that teaches you to play piano by ear
Okay.
using chords and rhythms rather than traditional sheet music.
So it's more about developing a feel for the music
Yes.
rather than rigidly following written notes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The program focuses on building a strong foundation
Okay.
in improvisation
Mm-hmm.
and playing by ear,
Right.
which can be a more intuitive and enjoyable way to learn for some people.
Right.
It removes the barrier of needing to read sheet music from the start, which can be intimidating for some.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that approach would appeal to people who might be intimidated by traditional music theory. And
Yeah.
It seems like a more
Yeah.
accessible and
Yeah.
less daunting entry point into the world of piano playing.
Absolutely.
And what's cool is that,
And what's really interesting is that
yeah.
Piano for All offers a money-back guarantee.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
If you're not satisfied with the program,
That's a pretty strong vote of confidence.
it is.
It seems like they really believe in their method.
They do.
And they have like testimonials and stuff.
They have countless testimonials
Oh, wow.
from people who have successfully learned to play piano using their program.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you listening who are ready to embark on your own piano journey,
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like Piano for All might be worth checking out.
It certainly is,
Yeah.
especially for beginners
Okay.
who are looking for a fun
Right.
and accessible way to learn.
Before we move on, I want to circle back to the emotional and mental benefits we discussed earlier.
Yep.
The article doesn't just skim the surface.
No.
It delves into how playing piano can be a form of self-care.
Absolutely.
And one thing that really resonated with me was how it connects playing piano to the practice of mindfulness.
Yes.
We talked about mindfulness earlier, but remind me, how does it relate to playing piano?
When you're fully immersed in playing a piece of music,
Yeah.
your mind is completely present in that moment.
Okay.
You're not dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future performances.
Right.
You're entirely focused on the feel of the keys beneath your fingers.
Okay.
The sound of the notes resonating in the air,
Yeah.
and the emotions that the music evokes within you.
It sounds like a form of moving meditation.
Exactly.
Where the music anchors you to the present moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that sense of presence and focus can be incredibly therapeutic.
Right.
It offers a break from the constant chatter of the mind
Right. All those thoughts.
and allows you to connect with a deeper sense of peace and tranquility.
It's a reminder that hobbies aren't just about leisure.
Right.
They can also be powerful tools for self-discovery and well-being.
I completely agree.
And the article even suggests that this mindful engagement with music can help manage stress, reduce anxiety,
Yes.
and alleviate symptoms of depression.
That's right.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
It sounds like playing piano could be a valuable addition to any self-care routine.
It certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
And beyond the mental and emotional benefits,
Yeah.
the article also explores how playing piano can actually boost your creativity.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Well, think about it. When you're improvising on the piano,
Okay.
you're essentially creating something new, something uniquely yours.
Right.
You're experimenting with different melodies,
Yeah.
harmonies,
Yeah.
and rhythms,
Right.
allowing your imagination to flow freely through your fingertips.
So it's like a creative outlet, a way to express yourself artistically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that process of creative exploration can be incredibly stimulating and rewarding.
This is reminding me of something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
That sense of accomplishment you get when you learn to play a new piece
Oh, yeah.
or master a challenging technique.
Right.
It's a feeling of, wow, I created that.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And that feeling of accomplishment can boost your confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Not just in your musical abilities,
Okay.
but in other areas of your life as well.
It's a reminder that learning new things
Yes.
and challenging ourselves creatively can have a ripple effect,
Yeah,
positively impacting our overall well-being.
absolutely.
And beyond the personal benefits, there's also the social aspect of playing piano, which
Yeah.
we touched on briefly before.
We did.
Music is a universal language that connects people from all walks of life.
It is.
And when you play an instrument, you open yourself up to a world of social connections.
You do?
You could join a band, participate in jam sessions, attend concerts,
Yes.
or even just share your music with friends and family.
Exactly.
It's a way to connect with others who share your passion for music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those connections can enrich your life in countless ways,
Right.
bringing joy,
Mhm.
companionship,
Yeah.
and a sense of belonging.
It's amazing to think that learning to play piano could have such a wide-ranging impact on your life.
It is.
From boosting your mood and creativity to expanding your social circle and
Yeah.
even helping you manage stress.
It's truly remarkable.
I think it's safe to say that this deep dive has shed some light on the many benefits of learning to play piano.
It has indeed.
So for those of you listening who are feeling inspired to embark on your own musical journey,
Yes.
what final words of wisdom does the article offer?
The article emphasizes that the most important step is simply to begin.
To begin, okay? Like Nike, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
It encourages you to embrace the journey, celebrate every milestone,
Yeah.
and remember that the joy of music is a gift
Okay.
that keeps on giving.
It's a beautiful sentiment.
It is.
It's never too late to unlock your inner musician
That's right.
and discover the transformative power of music.
Yeah. And, as we've been talking about all these benefits, it's made me think about a friend of mine who started learning piano a few years ago.
Right.
He was going through a tough time, like dealing with a lot of stress, anxiety.
Okay.
But once he started playing, I saw this
Yeah.
noticeable shift in him.
Interesting.
He seemed calmer,
Okay.
more centered, just overall happier.
That's a wonderful example of how music can be such a powerful tool
Right.
for healing
Oh,
and
yeah.
self-discovery.
I remember him saying that playing piano felt like a form of therapy for him.
Yeah.
It gave him an outlet to express his emotions.
Right. And it gave him a sense of accomplishment that
Yes.
really boosted his confidence during a challenging time.
It's amazing how music can provide that sense of solace
Yeah.
and empowerment.
And it's not just, personal anecdotes and stuff.
Right.
There's actual scientific evidence to back this up.
Oh, really?
The article mentions a study from the University of California, Berkeley,
Okay.
that found that playing music can release dopamine,
Interesting.
which is, a neurochemical
I did.
associated with pleasure and reward.
That makes sense.
Right.
Explains why it feels so good.
Yeah. It's a mood booster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the article also highlights how learning to play an instrument,
Mm-hmm.
especially one as complex as the piano,
Right.
can enhance cognitive function and even improve memory.
Like we were saying,
Yeah.
it's like a workout for your brain,
Yeah, it is.
challenging you to think in new ways,
Yeah,
strengthening those neural pathways.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating how something as enjoyable as playing piano can actually have such, profound effects on our brains
It is fascinating.
and our overall well-being.
It speaks to the interconnectedness of our minds and bodies
Yeah.
and how engaging in creative pursuits like music
Mm-hmm.
can nourish us on multiple levels.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what key takeaways do you think will resonate most with our listeners?
Well, I think the most important takeaway is that learning to play piano
Okay.
is more than just a hobby.
Okay.
It's an investment in your overall well-being.
I like that.
It's a journey of self-discovery,
Mm-hmm.
creativity, and connection
Right.
that can enrich your life in countless ways.
It's a reminder that music is not just entertainment.
Right.
It's a powerful force
Yeah.
that can transform our lives for the better.
Exactly.
And the best part is...
And the best part is that
Yeah.
it's a journey that's accessible to anyone,
Right.
regardless of age,
Mm-hmm.
background,
Yeah.
or prior musical experience.
So if you've been listening to this and feeling that spark of inspiration,
Yeah.
maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
Take that leap, explore the world of music,
Mhm.
and discover the joy of playing piano.
It might just be the most rewarding adventure you ever embark on.
It very well could be.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of music
of course.
and the transformative power of playing piano. We hope you've enjoyed the journey
Mhm.
and feel inspired to unlock your own inner musician.
Yeah,
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
absolutely.
and keep those creative sparks flying.